Pisces, I see that you are at a pause. I have the Hangman, the Lovers, and the Two of Pentacles with the Three of Pentacles as the underlying energy, bottom of the deck here. This is, a pause, suspended in indecision here, not stable with the Two of Pentacles here. This may be a decision with the Lover's card. Either you are making a decision between two, or somebody is making a decision between you and someone else. Now, with the Three of Pentacles here, this is saying that in order for this to have some type of resolution, some type of an opening here, ego will have to be, left at the door here in order for resolution. I think that there is a need for collaboration here, but I do see right underneath that the 10 of wands here. So this has been very burdensome for either you or that other person. Take it how it resonates, whether it's you again deliberating this decision of where to go, what to do in terms of your romantic life. Yeah, I see that you have been, really focused on this. So let's get you. Welcome back, Pisces. Listen, we all have 7 planets in the sign of Aries right now. For you, it's hitting your second house of value and of your own worth here. We are approaching the new moon in Aries, which is tomorrow. This one is conjunct the conjunct Chiron, which is this deep, deep wound here. And for you, really activating, illuminating, your self-worth here, your money here, right? So it's the house of money, it's the house of values, it's the house of self-worth. So it's really, illuminating this, and this decision that you have may be illuminating this. Maybe there may be a one or the other that is reflecting, an older version of you, and, the other reflecting, a version of where you want to go. So I can see how this could be really, a very destabilizing situation for you. This transit here is really shifting this deep internal sense of whether, your own energy, again, how you take up space, what your value has been. Yeah, there's healing here for you, Pisces, coming in pretty quickly. This can be communication, this can be actions, by yourself or by another here, but there definitely is healing here. Okay. The the 8 of Swords, the 2 of Wands, the Justice, the 6 of Swords, the Sun being illuminated here, 8 of Pentacles, bottom of the deck, the Queen of Cups. So listen, it looks like you have, there's one queen here. So yeah, looks like you do have someone already in mind. Maybe you have made a choice in your mind somewhere, or there is, out of this choice that you have, there is one Queen of Cups here that is standing out. But I do see here, look at, you have the Hangman, the 8 of Swords, and the 6 of Swords. So this is a very conflicted time. This is not an easy time for you. I do see that you have been in this season of not really seeing very clearly. This is a self-imposed, maybe not having the ability to see your way out of it, any ideas on how to move forward. But I do feel that there is illumination coming here and that you are moving away. These are all swords here. These are all thoughts. This is, the capacity of the mind and how the mind is working either with you or against you. And I think that you are coming to a season of clarity here after some time of deliberation here. And you may have been looking, this figure also has their hand on one staff here. So I think that you pretty much may have had an idea of where you wanted to go or who you wanted to pick with this Queen of Cups here. But for some reason, we're not allowing yourself to see it very, very clearly. This is a figure, the Two of Wands, is somebody that is looking to make a drastic move, possibly, moving out of a city, a state, or a country. But it's also somebody doing something outside of themselves, something that they haven't done before. This is absolutely going to bring justice and karma, doesn't matter whether you perceive it good or bad. This is a rebalancing and cause and effect, right? What you put out there, you get back. With the Queen of Cups and the Sun card here, with the Eight of Pentacles, I do see that it's been it's taken you some time, some effort to really examine what is right for you in terms of your stability here. This may have affected your financial stability here, again, with your second house of money and value being very highlighted. You may be being able to see this correlation between your romantic choices and how that, affects your money here and your self-worth, and vice versa. Listen, as we're going into this new moon again, that's, it's essentially a Chiron wound here. It's really looking at, that wound that was created in formative years with, our caretakers, our parents. These are the first people that teach us how, how to love, how to receive, and how to give love. And so, maybe seeing this pattern, being illuminated here in both your money and your relationships here. And so let's get a few more cards here. Three of Wands. I still see you deliberating here. Three of Cups, 2 3s, a new beginning. Page of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. All right, Pisces, listen. I feel like with the three of Wands, 3 of Cups, and a new beginning, I could see how you may be, I want to say, this concept or theme of escapism. This can be also this idea of not being in your body, right? Detaching, and putting an end to this, of not, maybe overindulging, and this is a new start of a new life here, of letting that go with the Ace of Cups here, focusing on yourself, taking care of yourself in a new way, so that you can gain clarity around this situation that has, really, I feel like, it has, I kind of feel like kind of rock bottom, whether you hit that emotionally or financially or both. And the universe saying, hey, like, this was something that needed to be done for you, so that you can come into realization of, like, at the end of the day, we are creating our own realities here. Whatever we put in, we will get out, with the Justice card here saying there is cause and effect here. There are real consequences. But I see the Star card here and a new beginning here, a much lighter beginning here for you, not as much baggage. So a moving away from this, a moving away from the, being over encumbered, or, just overtaken with all of your problems and not being able to see outside of that, Pisces. Let's get more information on this Ace of Cups. What is this Ace of Cups coming in? And with the Page of Pentacles and the King, I'm seeing this new start. This is, the Page of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles is initiating this new start here that is very tangible. You may be focusing on your routine. You may be rooting in something new that, is moving you away from all of the confusion into, creating your own inner stability here. But with the Ace of Cups here, let's get more information. What is this Ace of Cups? Seven of Cups, Two of Cups, Five of Swords here, the World, and a moving away. Okay, so there is a decision here, Wheel of Fortune, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Swords. All right. So I'm not seeing a real outcome to this decision that you've been struggling with, Pisces. I still see the confusion around the decision, the conflict. I do see a change here with the wheel and the world. It looks like things are still kind of unfolding. There is free will here at play. Still currently, I do see an offer, whether you are being presented with the offer or you are presenting someone else with the offer. But I do see a hurt around this, and I do see somebody. Now we have the Queen and King of Swords here, the Nine of Swords coming out with the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles coming out with the King of Wands here, and then this Page of Swords in the middle here. So I do feel that you are at an impasse. These two, King and Queen, looking at each other, one very, very hurt, the other one, saying, I've put in time, effort, and resources here, and, you both have, and yet there is still all of these hurts in between you here, and this Page of Swords, which is this kind of, initiatory energy. There is some truth here, but it is a page, so there may be, there may not be clear communication here between you two at the moment here. Let's get some more information on this couple here. Ten of Cups, so it's definitely a commitment here. Ace of Wands, a new start, a refusal of the new start, a loss here. Wanting ego here is what I'm seeing, wanting to win at all costs, wanting to be right. King of Swords, standing in your truth, cutting it out, whether it's you or this is, if you're cutting it out, if you're removing yourself from the situation or someone cut you out, Pisces, the Devil, the High Priestess, the Tower. Yeah, King of Cups. So with the Devil here, this can be, again, listen, you have the World, the Wheel of Fortune, the Devil here. These are finality cards. These are cards, expressing a transition, an end here. This may have been a, imbalanced situation with the Devil here, toxic attachments here, obsessiveness, just kind of going round and round. With the High Priestess here and the Tower cards, something absolutely coming into and illuminating this for you or for all parties involved here. I think that's why these two, the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords here, looking at each other like, okay, well, what are we doing here, right? Yeah. There may have been third party. We do have the what was the King of Wands here. So I do see Queen of Swords, King of Wands, King of Swords, Queen of Cups. I do see that there is a commitment here. There's a commitment, but for, again, I feel like there is not clarity here. There's not communication here. I feel like there is ego here, kind of holding this back. There is here pain and stress, anxiety around this. With the Moon card here, there's still some elements that have not been revealed. This Aries New Moon can be very significant to this union, to this commitment here. Death. Another final card. Emperor. Yeah. Pisces, I'm going to say to you at this moment that, whatever has gone down in your experience, it looks to be that, this was a very, very hurtful situation for all parties involved. I think that there was toxicity in this, possibly on both parties. There is a need to shift, to go into a new direction. Here, Death card, Wheel of Fortune, the World, the Devil here. If this is something that you want to see come back, I feel like there definitely needs to be a lot of inner work and change from both parties in order for this to really and truly work itself out. It can be a stable and committed, relationship based on loyalty and reliability and emotional stability here. But with the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Nine of Cups here, there is just a lot of ego and conflict surrounding this decision, a lot of confusion here. So there may be one part here that is confused about what they want to do and where they want to go. And so let me know in the comments, Pisces, what I feel like this is asking you to release the situation for a moment here and really think about what is best for you, Pisces. I think that in order for you to be able to gain clarity, you have to detach yourself from that person, from that situation, bring it right back to yourself and figure out what is the best decision. This is what this work around the second house is saying. It's like, what is my worth? What is my value? And you can't just decide, oh yeah, this is what it is. You have to feel it in your body. There has to be a recognition here. And that's that inner work, that's that shadow work, that is asking you, where did you play into these experiences or situations where your worth was conditional on how much you gave or you didn't, or how much you sacrificed yourself, or how much you disappeared for the sake of another, Pisces. And so, this is just saying, pick yourself here, focus on, what is, your value, what you bring to the table. Between worlds. So yeah, definitely a transition here and now, chaos and conflict, higher power. Yeah, Pisces, you're definitely going through it at the moment. Come back to yourself, get a routine going, stabilize your days so that you can gain clarity here, so that you can be illuminated here, so that you can transmute this wound that keeps popping up. No more complaining. Breaking free. All right, I love this for you, Pisces. Moonlighting. Yeah. This may also have to do with work, figuring out like, okay, what else can I do, and start working